There are places on Earth where sunlight has never reached, where the water is colder than a winter night, where the pressure could crush a car like a tin can. And yet, in these impossible depths, life finds a way. Beneath the thick ice shelves of Antarctica lies one of the most mysterious environments on our planet. For millions of years, these frozen waters have remained largely untouched, unexplored, hidden from human eyes. The ocean here is a vault of darkness, a cathedral of silence, where temperatures hover just below freezing and the sun is nothing more than a distant memory. Most scientists believed that very little could survive in such extreme conditions. They were wrong. In early 2025, an international team of researchers embarked on one of the most ambitious deep-sea expeditions ever attempted. Led by the Nippon Foundation Nekton Ocean Census, in partnership with the Schmidt Ocean Institute, scientists set out to answer a simple question. What lives in the deep waters beneath Antarctic ice? Their goal was to document life in one of planet's last frontiers, to map the biodiversity of a world that exists in permanent twilight. What they found defied all expectations. They discovered not just life, but an entire ecosystem of creatures so strange, so perfectly adapted to the abyss, that they seem almost alien. The journey began aboard a state-of-the-art research vessel, equipped with remotely operated vehicles and advanced submersibles capable of diving thousands of meters below the surface. These machines are humanity's eyes in the deep, mechanical explorers that can withstand pressures no human body could survive. As the submersibles descended through layers of frigid water, their cameras captured a landscape unlike anything on the surface. The seafloor here is a plain of soft sediment, dotted with rock formations and cloaked in eternal night. No plants grow here, no sunlight filters down to feed photosynthesis, and yet the cameras began to reveal signs of life. The first discovery was something straight out of a nightmare, or perhaps a science fiction novel. Scientists encountered a carnivorous sponge, unlike any they had seen before. Most sponges are passive filter feeders, content to draw tiny particles from the water. But this one, dubbed the death ball sponge, is a predator. Its body is covered in hooked sphere-like structures that act like tiny bear traps. When small crustaceans or other invertebrates drift too close, these hooks snag them, holding them fast until the sponge can slowly digest its prey. It sits there on the ocean floor, patient and lethal, waiting in the darkness. Then came the scale worms. At first glance, they might seem unremarkable, just another segmented creature crawling along the seabed. But when the submersible's lights hit them at just the right angle, they transformed. Their scales began to shimmer with an iridescent glow, faint pulses of blue light that danced across their bodies. Scientists believe this bioluminescence may serve multiple purposes: communication, camouflage, or perhaps a warning to potential predators. In a world without sunlight, these creatures have learned to make their own light. Rising from the sediment like delicate sculptures, the team discovered a new species of sea pen. These colonial organisms, related to corals and jellyfish, anchor themselves to the seafloor and extend feather-like structures into the water column. This particular species glows with a soft, ghostly luminescence, its branches swaying gently in the deep ocean currents. Each sea pen is actually thousands of tiny polyps working together as one, filtering nutrients from water that flows across them. They stand like sentinels in the dark, monuments to the resilience of life. The expedition also documented new species of sea stars. Their arms spread wide across the rocky substrate, moving in slow motion as they hunt for food. And most striking of all, they discovered forests of black corals, their dark tree-like structures reaching upward, providing habitat for countless other organisms. These corals grow incredibly slowly, sometimes only a few millimeters per year, meaning some of the colonies they found could be hundreds or even thousands of years old. But perhaps the most charismatic discovery was a fish.
The Cosmonaut sea eelpout, named after the region where it was found, is a creature perfectly engineered for the abyss. Chocolate brown in color, it has large, sensitive eyes adapted to detect even the faintest traces of light. Its body is covered with sensory pores that can detect vibrations and chemical signals in the water, allowing it to navigate and hunt in total darkness. This fish represents something profound. Proof that complex vertebrate life can thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Life in the deep Antarctic Ocean exists at the edge of what's possible. The water temperature here hovers around minus 1.8 degrees Celsius, just barely above the freezing point of seawater. The pressure at depth is immense, hundreds of times greater than at the surface. There is no sunlight, which means no plants, no photosynthesis, no primary production in the traditional sense. So how do these creatures survive? The answer lies in adaptation and connection. Most of the organisms here are scavengers or predators, feeding on each other or on organic matter that slowly drifts down from the surface waters far above. Some, like the carnivorous sponges and scale worms, have developed specialized hunting strategies. Others rely on symbiotic relationships with bacteria that can extract energy from chemicals in the water. Every creature here has evolved remarkable strategies to conserve energy, grow slowly, and reproduce in an environment that seems designed to prevent life. What's truly fascinating is how these discoveries change our understanding of life's boundaries. For decades, astrobiologists have speculated about the possibility of life on other worlds, particularly on the icy moons of the outer solar system. Jupiter's moon Europa is covered in a thick shell of ice, beneath which lies a vast ocean kept liquid by tidal heating. Saturn's moon Enceladus has similar characteristics, with geysers of water vapor erupting from cracks in its frozen surface. If life can exist beneath Antarctic ice, in freezing darkness and crushing pressure, with no sunlight and limited food, then perhaps it could exist in those distant oceans too. Perhaps, somewhere out there beneath the ice of a distant moon, something else is waiting in the darkness, adapted to its own impossible world, thriving against all odds. The ocean keeps its secrets well, but slowly, dive by dive, discovery by discovery, we're learning to read its ancient language, and every word we decipher fills us with wonder. If you enjoyed this journey into the depths beneath Antarctic ice, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. There are so many more mysteries waiting to be explored, so many more stories from the frontiers of science and discovery. Your support helps us continue bringing these incredible tales of exploration to light.